Yo, 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 welcome back to the No Cut Sports Podcast with your host, Frazier. And you already know, man, I'm going to keep y'all up to date with what's going on with the Philadelphia Eagles and the current draft. But before we get into it, man, if you could, please like and subscribe to always catch this vibe, man. You already know. Also, put your notifications on. I don't know, I'm getting a lot of views, I guess because, it's the NFL draft and whatnot, but I really do appreciate everybody. But yeah, just turn your notifications on, so I'm going to be just dropping videos randomly while I'm on vacation. Hopefully get back to some type of a schedule. So let's get into it, what we need to get into. Also, jersey giveaway. Still, you'll be able to enter in until, I want to say, probably until May 2nd now. So I'm going to do May 3rd and, announce the winner and go from there. So just just stay tuned for that. And let's get into what we need to get into, man. I got some notes right here. But today I wanted to talk about, I watched the press conference with Howie Roseman and Nick Sirianni, and some of my thoughts and things that I took away from that. As you already know, this past offseason wasn't the greatest offseason. I think we lost about 7 to 8 games those last couple of games, more than a couple, but that latter part of the season, we lost most of those games. And I'm for sure that the coaches, the team, organization, seen a lot of things that they weren't excited about, happy about, in terms of players, things like that, performance, whatever the case may be. Like I said, reports that came out about all this stuff. I covered all that. Go back to some of my videos and definitely check that out because I don't want to make this too long. But yeah, so we already knew that the mentality was probably going to change going into this season and seasons to come. There's, like I said, rumors talking about players not doing what they were supposed to do on the field, defensive wise, and probably all around. And you really can't. You can assess, but you can't really make too much of an assessment because, like, from the coaching staff to maybe some of the players, it just wasn't. It just was no cohesion. So, as you've seen this year, they went out and got some experience with the coaches, got some experience with the free agency, locking up some of your core players, especially on that offensive side. And then when the draft came, they concentrated more so on the defensive side and those earlier rounds, getting Cooper DeJean and my boy Quinyon. Yeah, man, it's nice to see. But you get Jeremiah Trotter, you get some offensive weapons for Kellen Moore now, and they're all young with some chips on their shoulder. And that was another key thing that I took from this interview with Howie Roseman and Nick Sirianni. You want players to come. First off, they were talking about development, but you want players to come in with a chip. Some of these players, like Will Shipley, had the chance to go to Alabama. I think he was a 4-star recruit from when I was looking to his information. But smart guy, 4.0 GPA, but he got a chip on his shoulder, man. You know what I mean? He could have been playing for a better school, having a better career, better college career, running behind a better O-line than the Clemson's O-line, because I think their O-line was like not the worst, but one of the worst in their conference, if I'm not mistaken. So putting Will Shipley behind our line with his versatility, he's a dual threat back. And I said we needed a running back to help with Saquon, but then also put some competition in the room. You can't think, Kenny Gainwell and if they decide to keep Boston Scott, that they're just going to get these positions just because they've been Eagles for so long. Another thing that they hit on in that press conference, they want competition at all levels, all positions. So, like I said, with the free agency that they just had, Tyler Hall, Zach Bond, you're getting all these guys coming in fighting for a spot. Even the draftees that we had, because how we spoke about drafting these players because they all have potential to play for the Eagles. But again, you have to be able to display that talent, show that mindset. So. Which was another key point, the mindset thing. Okay, and I always talk about this in my videos. I don't care how much talent you got, bro. That don't matter to me, man. Because my thing is this: you get upset about something that's not going your way, and you fold. You're not a team player, bro. It take a team to win the Super Bowl. It take a team to win games. You know what I'm saying? It's you plus another 10 people out there on that field. So, I think for the most part, they understand. And I know the Eagles understand that, but they really understand it now because it can't be one. It can't be no iron team. They got to be us together. So, helping one another, from the veterans helping out these rookies to the coaches helping out all the players, putting these players in position to win. So, they got a lot of dogs, man, and a lot of young dogs. And I said it before. Why are you gonna go out and go get dogs if you're gonna treat them like puppies? So maybe they heard what I said. I couldn't tell you, but my thing is this: they got a lot of good guys coming in from free agency and from the draft, and it's more or less that they're trying to concentrate on this year, but then moving forward, how we talked about next year's draft. Like, bro, we just had the 2024 draft. He spoke briefly about the 2025 draft, saying that he wanted to acquire more picks for next year's draft. So that's why you were seeing him trading up, trading back, whatever the case is, to get, picks for next year, and also to acquire the players that he had on his draft board, or that they had on their draft board. So, I'm still in awe. Like y'all seen the reaction video, Quinyon Mitchell, but then also be able to get Cooper DeJean, two of the top the defensive players in our draft. It's crazy, man. I don't know how he does it. Like I said, relationship wise, I know he probably has relationships with people at different colleges. I know he has ties to Florida, if I'm not mistaken. So when I seen oh man, what's my main name? I just had a blank. My fault, y'all. The wide receiver, Johnny. So I don't know, if you know somebody down there or whatnot, but it really does help, especially like when you got, Quinyon Mitchell. He's saying he knows players or knows coaches that have relationships with Nick Sirianni and people in the Eagles organization. That stuff really helps when you try to, like I said, figure out the mindset of these players. If you do bring them in, because I said talent's one thing. That's one aspect of a player. What's the mentality? Say you don't know something. Say you can't do something well, and you got a coach getting in your ass. Excuse my pause, but you got a coach getting on you. You know what I mean? Wanting you to do better or doing something different. Are you gonna put up a fight, or you gonna be like, you know what, coach, you right. I'm gonna just go out here. You know what I'm saying? Do the best I can to the best of my ability and get this right. It's a mentality that sets people apart from being champions and being losers. You understand what I'm saying? You can either be a champion or you can be a loser in life. And we want to be champions. Jeffrey Lurie has I don't want to say he handed the keys over, but he entrusts in Howie and the staff to go out here and make these decisions. Of course, there's some players that they probably, like Jeremiah, try to have a connection to. If you did see they had the video when Jeffrey Lurie, you see the watch piece, bedazzled, bling bling, all crazy. But then he calls Jeremiah Trotter, and you can see when he's on the phone with him how emotional he gets. So it was very nice to see, because at the end of the day, man, these people work together day in and day out. You become somewhat of a family, regardless if that player moves on to another team and moves on in life, as they get older. But you still become like a family member to these organizations, and like fans like myself and other people, content creators. We still got love for the players that played for us before. Mike Vick, Deshaun Jackson, Shady McCoy, whoever, McNabb, whoever, Carson Wentz, whoever, bro. It's just because situations didn't pan out the way we wanted to. We ain't gonna get into Chip Kelly, because that still pisses me off. But my thing is this: we have good teams. We done had good teams over the years, and it seems like we got a good organization that's really trying to put us in position to win championships. And I've been saying this. This is the Super Bowl window, bro. This is the Super Bowl window. I've been saying this since last year. It is a window. People keep talking about, oh, well, don't look like a Super Bowl window because y'all lost these last, them last 8 to 7 to 8 games. But it is what it is, man. This is a sport. You don't win them all, but you don't lose them all neither. If you figure out a way how to, got a plan and process in place like the Philadelphia Eagles do. They went out here and got the players that they deemed, would fit their needs. And we just go out there and develop in the best way you can to hopefully eventually be able to get to a Super Bowl and win, or get to multiple Super Bowls and win. So yeah, man. But hold on, my phone, trying to make sure I get all this stuff. Yep. So, but yeah, man. But I just think so far so good. I think the next time we see Howie and Nick Sirianni at a press conference is post-June cuts. So one thing I do want to say about the post-June cuts too, I think especially with the defense, and we've been talking about, we seen he then took two of the top defensive backs, cornerback Cooper DeJean can play all over the field. What does that say for Bradbury? What does that say for Slay? Okay, and Bradbury in particular, because as we all know, we seen what happened with him last year. And like I said, and I was very critical of Bradbury, but it's no disrespect to him. It was just my man was just out there getting torched, man. He had some plays, don't get me wrong, but he was out there, we seen some things that we just really didn't like more often than the things that we did like. Same thing with Kenny Gainwell. Like I like Kenny G, but my thing is this: we need somebody behind Saquon. And I'm not saying Kenny can't be that guy, but we need somebody else behind Saquon as well. So they went out there, they made their different picks and things like that. But I do feel like a lot of the players that they did acquire are going to make some noise, man, for real. People like you just saying it because they own the Eagles, but no, man, I looked at some of their tape, some of the skill sets that they had, and like especially Johnny, I feel as though like, and I think they had asked them, and when the reporters asked Howie in the press conference if they had thoughts of moving him to tight end, but he's fluid, man. He's fluid in and out of his breaks. And I guess maybe if they wanted to add him, put him in tight end, they could, but there's no need for that. Because we got a pretty decent tight end room, and then depending on who they get, because it's not over, they still can go out here and go acquire players. So, and then I got to look at the undrafted free agents as well. I know we got the running back from Georgia, so that's also another decent pickup for like short yarders and things like that. What else? I'm trying to make sure I ain't forgetting nobody. Was it a guy from Oregon, a wide receiver from Oregon? I'm so sorry I can't remember their names right now, but I'm on vacation, baby. I ain't getting into it all crazy like I should be, but I just want to make sure I'm giving y'all videos, giving y'all content, so we can all stay up to date with what's going on. So, and then something else I want to talk about. I got the 2025 draft picks here, right? It's crazy how Howie does this, bro. He has a first-round pick for next year, a second-round pick for next year, 2 third-round picks, 1 third-round pick coming from Miami. He also has a 4th-round pick coming from Detroit, 2 5th-round picks, and 1 of those 5th-round picks coming from Houston. Okay, so he's loaded up, and he's already said that they already have looked into the 2025 draft. It's going to be a different type of draft class. Like, come on, man. They are doing the homework like I've never seen before, and you can't be upset with that, man. You can't be mad at the organization that's trying to put their team in the best position to win. So I see this video is getting kind of long. I'm about to enjoy the rest of my night, if you know what I'm saying. So with that being said, I really do want to shout out everybody, man, that's been commenting, liking, subscribing to the channel. It really do mean a lot because, like I said, man, this was just a hobby for me. I'm just somebody on here that like the Eagles, talking my talk, Phillies, whatever the case may be, just giving my opinion on it. So it seemed like there's a little window open there for me, so I really do appreciate all that. And collaborations and all that coming soon, so just stay tuned for things like that. And don't forget to please subscribe to the channel to be entered in to win the jersey, the Eagles jersey. Last day will probably be May 2nd, and I'll probably announce the winner May 3rd. And then send them a message, get their information, and see what jersey they want to go from there. But I know I'm definitely about to cop a couple jerseys. I'm about to get me a Cooper DeJean, and I'm about to get a Mitchell. So probably go get me an AJ too now, since he's gonna be here for another few more years. So, and Smitty as well. But yeah, man, it's a lot of things, a lot of good things happening right now. A lot of good things to be excited about if you're a Philadelphia Eagles fan. I'm down here in Tampa right now too, man. They're giving me looks, but I'm gonna represent wherever I go, man. Big Bird gang always. So. It's your boy Nah from the No Cut Sports Podcast. I really do appreciate everybody watching. And you already know, man. Go Birds. Holla at y'all.